My half a semester of pre-med training didn't prepare me for this. It's 99.7 EJX, Ben and Kelly. And I just returned from a quick trip to Italy to visit my daughters who are studying abroad, right? Isabel and Sophia, they're studying in Florence. Mm-hmm. And so the family and I, we went and visited them, right? So I knew it was going to be something like this. This trip was going to be chock full of memories. I didn't realize it was going to start on the airplane ride to Florence.
Oh, wow.
Where we are on the big flight, because from Louisville, unless you're in the hull of a UPS plane, you can't get anywhere international without going through a hub city, right? Like,
absolutely.
Right. So we're on the trip from Atlanta to Paris, France, right? And that is a 8-hour plane ride. That is a long time in a plane.
It is a long time, sure.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's
anyways,
a long flight.
So we're on there and we're over the ocean, and all of a sudden, it's dark, it's quiet, there's not a lot going on. There's people like watching their little videos, and then the cabin lights go completely up. And over the loudspeaker, someone says, "Is there a medical doctor on the plane?"
Oh, gosh.
And I'm like, oh, geez.
First of all, do you need it in the cockpit? That's what I need to know.
I know, right? First
of all, what's happening in the cockpit?
Yeah, exactly. Is everything fine in the cockpit? No.
Yeah.
It was fine in the cockpit. Oh, the pilots had everything under control. But then I was thinking, I'm like, man, what if what if someone passed away on a flight and then you had to sit next to them?
Yeah, just
like
awful.
How morbid is that? Yeah, oh my gosh, it's worst case scenario. So, anyways, and then asks again. And I'm sitting there going, man, in the Rolodex in my brain, I'm going, well, I only had a half a semester pre-med. So,
does that qualify me? How much
unless,
did I cover in that half a semester all those years ago?
We're not seeing any hands go up. And so I'm sitting there going, is someone having a baby? Do I need to, catch a baby coming out of someone?
What category does this fall into?
Right. So the flight attendants are going up and continuing to ask people. And then finally there was someone like in a row right in front of me that was like, yeah, I am. And so they're like,
thank
all right.
God. You're
they're
like,
all right,
God.
come on. I'm like, wow, they didn't get to me. I was not going to, I have a half a semester pre-med, maybe.
Was that going to be your answer?
I had that in the back of my head where I was like, I kind of studied medicine at some point in my college. So anyways, did
you even get to CPR in that half a semester?
I am certified in CPR, so I do know that. So,
okay, good.
But I will say that I did see that there was several people that were standing in the aisle, like up probably about 20 rows, right? And so couldn't really tell what was going on. Chitter chatter around the cabin, and I guess this person was passing kidney stones. So fortunately, this person was able to land and get some help once they landed, but it wasn't like a life or death situation. So,
super painful. Oh,
absolutely. Wow. Chalk that one up.
Oh. So nobody was in cardiac arrest or anything like that. This is good. Okay.
Right, exactly. Right. So anyways, we land in Florence. Everything's great, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We're going around. We're seeing things. We're seeing sights. Then we jump on a train to visit Pisa, right? And there's one thing that people go to Pisa for, and it's what, Kelly?
The Leaning Tower.
Yep.
I take that picture, making it look like you're trying to write the Leaning Tower.
Yeah, and so we did. By the way, we went through all of those in photos, and I will say my daughter Isabella probably got the best one of all of us. But I'm getting off the train, and I literally hear Ben Davis,
get out.
And I'm like,
shut up.
What?
Shut up.
What?
My fame is now international.
And I turn around, and it's WDRB's morning anchor, Candace Clift, and her husband.
Shut up and get out.
And they're like, hey, we noticed your daughters first.
Oh my God!
I had my 3 daughters, and they've danced. They're an Irish dance, right? And so they've danced, on St. Patrick's Day on the DRB morning show for years.
Wow.
And so they noticed them first.
Yep.
And she was like, I noticed your daughters first. And it was like, she was trying to catch another train, and she was, she and her husband were jumping and running somewhere else. But it was just so absolutely random.
That is wild. When you see someone from your same city that you know across the world, you at least stop to get a pic.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Yes, and it was so random. We'll post up the pic at Ben and Kelly Show so you could see a picture of it. But it was.
I saw it and I said, "Shut up and get out." When I commented, I sent you a message. I'm like, "What is happening?"
It was such a bizarre thing that literally we were talking about it for the next 15, 20 minutes. Like going, I cannot believe it. That is the most random thing where you see someone that you know in your home city, and then you do a double take, and you're like, "Wait a minute, hang on.
Do I actually know this person?"
I am on a train, which, by the way, what are the odds?
Right.
And on a train in Italy going to Pisa. Crazy.
That's crazy.
Right.
That is absolutely crazy. And, I ran into, there were some fans of the show behind me in line at Disney World.
Yeah.
And I thought that was wild.
Yeah.
But that's just Florida. This is across the world. They could have been in any part of Italy.
I know.
That's crazy.
It's absolutely wild. So, like I said, I'll post a picture up at WD or at Ben and Kelly Show so you can see it. But and then finally, I have more Italy stories to get to next hour, which involves an incident at the Vatican and a railroad incident. Okay.
Oh.
Okay,
so say incident.
Yeah,
that is
those are a little
choice.
bit more exactly. Those are a little bit more dramatic, and those will be saved for next hour. Okay, I can't blow the wad all right now. Okay,
great, thank you.
Right,
all right.
But I will say that I have a new fondness, and when I am able to financially get a bathroom that has a bidet in it.
You're doing it.
I'm doing it.
There was a time on this show we gave those away.
We gave them away. And what's wild is I never had tried one before that, and I never even took one for myself to use.
Because you're like, no, I'm not going to do that.
I'm not going to do it. Right,
I'm
exactly.
I'm not going to take it.
And I am a grown man, and I can sit there and go, I have a newfound appreciation for the bidet.
I don't know if I need to hear that
And
story.
Kelly?
I don't know.
Have you ever tried one?
No.
Kelly?
No.
Kelly?
No.
Kelly, you and I have known each other a long time.
No.
Trust me when I say there is no greater pleasure on this planet than the warm water
Stop it.
careening down your backside.
No.
And it gives you a full-on cleanse that
we don't need to have this conversation. There are certain things we don't need to talk about.
There's a full-on cleanse that you cannot find anywhere.
Listen, I feel like some of these conversations you need to just keep with your wife. Just she gets to be the special person that you get to talk to about these things.
She's heard them all. She's heard. I gotta tell you now.
Okay, great. So it's one of those stories. You need more than one person to fawn over it with.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I was like, I come out of the restroom and I'm like, did you know? So, anyways, you can see some of the like I said, the photo of Candace Clift and I at Ben and Kelly Show, and we'll have more Vatican incident. Railroad incident coming up next hour. All right.